Let us start the discussion, first of all, I think, by discussing how has connectivity changed our lives, because I cannot imagine a time, although I remember it, when someone used to call us at home on the old telephone and not find us at home, let's say. I can't believe that we have undergone so much change in the sense of how connected we are to the world.
Someone can tell when you're ignoring them.
Exactly. So I'd like to start with you, Your Highness, on how has connectivity changed your life and the people around you, because it's very relevant that you are from Saudi Arabia, and I'm sure you can give us a glimpse of what it has done to women around you in Saudi.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank 2454 for this opportunity for all of us to connect and network. And thank you for moderating the panel and all of my fellow impressive women. I was asking myself that question yesterday, how connectivity affected me. And by a blessing or a coincidence, I came across a page on one of my favorite books. And it's about a story of Harun al-Rashid and how he wanted to see why Majnoon Layla was so crazy about her, that he felt she was so beautiful and fascinating, and he wanted to meet her himself. And when he finally did, he was very astonished that she was average in his opinion. And he was very honest, and he told her, I don't understand how come, he was so crazy about you, and he was called the Majnoon. In my opinion, you're average. And she said to him, in order for you to see the beauty of me, you need to see it through the eyes of the Majnoon. And this reminded me of a conversation I always have with media leaders who say, why are you investing in YouTubers? What do you see in them? It's a wave. They could crash at any minute. They could become popular one day, and then they're gone the next day. And I tell them, you can't see why until you see it through my eyes. Because I don't look at them just as talented. I look at them as the foundation of our society. More than half of the Middle Eastern population is under the age of 20.
Being on the traditional media, isn't that the case?
Online helped us to discover the trends. What people want, we actually do some marketing studies based on it. We decide our calendar on events. We decide what shows based on what people need and want. We didn't have that before, except by very expensive studies that are done by strategic companies. But now you can really sense the trend and feel the pulse of young people, and this is how we decide to go next. When we find a YouTuber who's becoming a hit and people really watch him all the time, we really connect to him, we try to manage and see how we can create content not only for online but also for TV, because also TV audiences love to see something new. And I think that in addition to buying global formats, TV and traditional and online media is starting to create their own content that is based on what young people are creating and what they actually would love to see. And this is what our company is doing with a lot of other companies like NBC Network, OSN, and other companies as well, where we're producing content that is mainly done with people who are young, unexperienced, but they got the chance to be creative.
Go ahead. Thank you.
I'm Dr. Hassan from UAE University. This question is directed to our brilliant princess.
It's our brilliant and beautiful princess as well.
You say it. And as a matter of fact, we know that the Saudis women are enjoying a lot of change, mainly in education. Yeah. And we know very well that there are many issues which are not resolved yet to get at least, the women into the track of social changes.
Saudi Arabia is a very unique case because we have certain elements like mobility, for example, being able to drive, that are affecting women's participation in the workforce, women's only offices. We have a certain law that, women's offices and men's offices, if they are mixed, there has to be certain entrances and exits that are separate. This affects a lot of the startups whereby they don't want to invest more cost into that. We need to start HR policy, like you said, the double, rule of being a mother and a person participating in the workforce. There need to be some more HR push, like care, care centers for kids. But overall, we have around 21%, actually we have 21% unemployment rate in comparison to 3% to men, 15% in comparison to GCC unemployment rate in contrast to 3% of men. So our unemployment rate for women is higher, that is, than men. But when you ask Saudi women why is so, you have two main answers. They will not tell you it's because of policies. They will not tell you it's because of anything. The number one answer would be the fact that the society expects them to marry and to have certain responsibilities. And the number two would be mobility and the ability to be, we have certain, especially in the private sector, where you work in the private sector, you have to have anywhere, anytime rules, and it doesn't fit so much for women. I feel that connectivity allowed women to start their own businesses. They sell more on Instagram than they sell if they have their own stores, to push for their own power, to push for their own laws. And it allowed us as a society to move from the first, and I hope so, to the norm. We have a lot of, the first, the one, the only. And this is the thing that I don't like about my society. There shouldn't be the first pilot, and that's the only one we talk about. We should speak about the second pilot and the third first pilot. And that's where we should move, move from this notion of women being so uncommon in leading pioneering positions to being common that we speak about the next wave and the next generation. We have an amazing example here, Noor Al-Kaabi, who, for me, inspired me. I see her sitting with boards, with meetings with all men, and I see her being equal, talking with them at the same level. She is inspiring a wave, a generation of upcoming Emirati, GCC, and Arab women to be in that industry. So women who are pioneering this industry are not only role models, but we should also push for the next wave of the second, the third, and hopefully for many more of the first in our communities.
And thank you for bearing with us. I hope you found the discussion interesting. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nadine, and all of your inspiring